All right, all you cool cats and kittens, here is day 3. I'm gonna review the movements. I'll go through them twice. For record, I went through a whole workout doing the movement review and realized it was not the right one. And so here we are, doing the right one. So I'm warmed up. It wasn't the workout, I just did a couple reps of things. Okay, so we're on day 3 of the 6-week Show No Mercenary Challenge. Warm up is 3 rounds of 10 dumbbell bridges. Wow, oh yes, I forgot we were doing that. Using the eccentric heel slide, and then bear crawl and plank shoulder taps. So I'll start with the plank shoulder taps and bear crawl. So bear crawl position is from hands and knees. Tuck your toes, and then think of just maintaining a neutral back. I mean, whatever word you want to use to just imagine your spine doesn't change position, okay? And then just hover those knees off of the ground, just an inch. So I don't want your butt way up here. Get them close to the ground, and we're just holding for 30 seconds. Yeah, okay. And then plank shoulder taps. From plank position, if we can, alternate tapping shoulders. If this feels super challenging or a lot on your wrists, by all means, this is one where I'm great with you going to like knees, because I want you to get that sense that you can push the floor away from you. Like, I don't necessarily want you to feel like you're gonna collapse every single time, all right? I want it to feel successful, because again, it's a warm-up. I don't want it to feel super, super, super hard, okay? You can also do that on an elevated surface, holding that plank position and then just alternating here. That very well is gonna be enough. You can move it a little lower, closer to the floor, make it more difficult, but just toy with your position. But again, it's warm-up, so don't make it crazy. I want it to feel successful. And DV bridges with eccentric heel slide. Okay. I need a towel, just a little towel. Use this. This is bigger than I would probably use, but it's what we got. Okay. Alrighty, so I am on my butt in a bridge. And if you've got hardwood, you'd be using a towel. If you're on a mat, I don't think that's gonna work. If you wanna go on your carpet, let's give that some thought. And like, you won't slide unless you're super sweaty in your heels. Okay, so if you're on hardwood, you can have a mat still, but just make sure your feet are on the hardwood, your butt can be on your mat. If you're on carpet, same thing, you can still be on your mat, but again, I just want your feet to be on the carpet, but use a piece of cardboard, a file, a manila folder would work actually. Get creative. Some people can just slide in their socks too. So laying on your back, we're gonna lift our butt up into a bridge. The goal is to stay lifted the whole time as we slide our legs away, straightening our knees. It's okay to come up on your heels. Aiming to get the knees straight with our butt still off the floor, and then touch the ground. Keep your butt down, slide those heels back in, do it again. Drive hips up, hold it at the top of that bridge, and then keep those hips lifted as long as you can, sliding those heels out, getting those knees to straight and down. Butt stays down, slide heels in, and repeat. That's warm up. Part A, 15-minute AMRAP. As many reps as possible. So, I mean, if you want to go cray, you can go cray, but I don't know about you, but I don't like to go cray. So I like to think of just staying moving consistently for 15 minutes. So I kind of like AMRAPs in that way, because I don't get hung up on the number of rounds I'm going to do. I'm more just like, just stay moving, just stay moving. So 15 double unders. So within 15 minutes, you're going to do as many rounds of the following, okay? With a jump rope, Double unders or single unders are an option. If you're doing double unders, you're doing 15. If you're doing singles, you're doing 30. I don't know, Felipe, do you have double unders? I don't know, Laura and Rosie, I think, had a couple in them for sure. And Casey might have too. And you can mix that up. But 30 singles or 15 doubles, you know what those are. 15 jumping jacks, you know what those are. And again, if like you want to both do jump rope in this series, just have one of you start on this next movement first. So one of you would start on the jump rope while the other one is going to start at squats. So you would do 15 squats. You very well are going to cross paths where you're going to both want the jump rope. So then in that case, you might as well just do jumping jacks. Sorry, it's kind of confusing for me to say, but I don't know what the best way is for the jump ropes. You guys have to figure that out. So, okay, oh, and I put some other suggestions there too, that's right. Oh no, I didn't, that's tomorrow's workout. Okay, sorry, 15 squats. All right, squats in the air. If you ever see me say squats or air squats, they're the same. I want feet hip width or wider. Your feet do not have to be pointed straight ahead. They can absolutely be turned out slightly. That's where I'm more comfortable. And then I want you to think of not just sitting your butt back, but of course down. So I want your squat to look like this. Ideally, we've got this nice upright trunk all the way down, butt comes to the floor. That's not gonna happen. I know that. I've been working in this for a very, very long time. So what I'd like you to think about is not hinging, all right, and not doing this where just the knees are bending. So I want you to think about first, just like shutting the car door with your booty, and then start to just sit your butt back toward that bench or chair that's behind you. And you might just get to your parallel. You might just get to here. Just do what's comfortable, but push your depth a little bit. Like I would rather you do fewer rounds of all of these movements in 15 minutes and do 15 deeper squats than going faster and doing 15 shallower ones. So just take your time with those. And then 15 mountain climbers, I think those are self-explanatory. 1 rep for future reference. If I say 15 mountain climbers, it's gonna mean each side, right? 1, 1, 2, 2, right? Yeah. 10 Supermans. I have a question for you in there too. So Superwomans, Superpersons. Face down, palms can be down, thumbs are up, either one is fine. Elbows, try and keep them relatively rigid, and you're gonna just try to lift all 4 limbs and your head off the floor. Repeatedly. All of them. And they might not lift that high, and that's okay. Just think of lifting them high enough to slip a piece of paper under. And then we go into part B, which I love. Forearm plank, you know that. I think everyone knows cat-cow, but just for reference, we're in hands and knees, and you're keeping elbows, again, relatively rigid as you push the floor away, drop your head, round your lower back, mid-back, and tuck your tailbone, and then reverse that entirely. Lift your head, drop your chest, arch your low back, lift your booty. So cat-cow, and then you go into the rotation, quadruped, which is hands and knees, rotation. So one hand's behind your head, bring that elbow, so my right elbow is twisting to tap my left, and then I'm gonna push the floor away with my left hand as I reach my right elbow up toward the ceiling, and then back down. Rotate in, elbow taps elbow, rotate up. And then you would do 10 on each side, and do another round. I hope that's helpful. I'm gonna go lay down.